Hey, I'm Julie, and Alice asked me to share my testimony. Um, I was raised in a Christian home, and I had a close relationship with the Lord. He spoke to me when I was little, and I always felt like I should have been a boy, and I even prayed and asked the Lord to make me my friend's brother. You know, I really wanted to be one of their brothers. I'm gonna cry. But, so, I mean, I knew him and I was close to him, but then when I was 18, I was ready to leave home. And I knew the feelings I had inside were going to just stay inside. They would never come out. And then when I was 18, I didn't get into college, so I wanted to move away. And I asked my friend Robin if I could move to Wilmington and live with her. And she said, well, come down for the weekend and I want to talk to you. And at that time, she told me that she was gay. And I didn't really know what to do with it. I knew the feelings I had inside, but I still didn't know if I wanted to say them out loud. And so I told her that I had been attracted to women like my whole life. But I was never going to do anything about it. And so after a debate in my mind and stuff, I decided to go ahead and move down there. And I knew what I was moving into. I knew the situation I was going to be living in, so it was really hard to, leave my family. I think I cried and cried and cried, but the desire to do that was stronger. So, when I lived down there, being in love with a woman just became my God, and so I went from one to another just for that in love feeling, and then love feeling when I was in love, it was stronger than the guilt I felt. So when I was about 28, that was like 10 years of living in it, back and forth in my emotions of this is wrong, back and forth. I decided to go to a conference called Love Went Out. My sister gave me all the materials for it. And right before that happened, my friend came up and was want me to meet somebody because she thought I was going to go to a cult. And I said, no, I don't want to meet anybody. I'm done. Ended up, I fell in love with her, and we were together about 5 years. And I cheated on her. I got really drunk and I cheated on her, and I didn't know who I was. The next day I was like, it wasn't me, it was something else, it wasn't me. And she said, it's over, I can never trust you anymore. And so I knew I was going to kill myself. At the house, I knew I was going to kill myself, but I didn't know when. And I knew I was going to hang a rope around my neck and kill myself. But I was laying in the bed one night, and I just picked up a book that I had bought at a yard sale with my sister called Lord, Only You Can Change Me. And I was reading it, and it was by Kay Arthur, and she said something about surrender. And just a light went on, and I jumped off my bed, and I hit my knees to the floor, and I was like, I surrender. There's nothing I have to give you. I mean, my life is over. Like, I was just going to die. It was over. I surrendered. And I was so happy. Like, I had hope. I had life. And I think that's when I was born again. I was just born again. And so, then I started looking for churches. I tried out different churches, and then I went to, the church I'd grown up in. It had a new name. I couldn't find it in the phone book, so I just drove by it. And while I was there was a woman there that knew me when I was little. And she just took me right in under her wing, and she discipled me. And the Lord knows I needed her. She discipled me the entire time. And here I am now, still loving Jesus.